Hi friends, Living Fit with Laura. On this beautiful day, I want to give you a brief chemistry lesson. Let's say the prayer with me. I will not live in want. I will live by healthy habits, routines, and focus on the beauty, not the garbage. I will not focus on myself. Did you know that chemistry kind of explains everything? There are three main types of chemical reactions. Those where the products are good and they work together and they go to product. Those which the products are incompatible and there is no product at all. And the third kind is combustible, where the reagents are so incompatible that they create a combustion or an explosion. So listen, in our lives, we want the first type of chemical reaction. We want to have what we put in the laboratory, the reagents, and the parameters of the experiment go into product. We want a productive, healthy, peaceful life. The second type, where the reagents are either not compatible or they're expired or the parameters of the laboratory experiment are not well thought out. They do not go to product at all. They don't really do much of anything. That is being unproductive, not accomplishing anything, not living a purposeful life. And the third kind is what I see a lot of people do on social media. The reagents are so incompatible and the laboratory parameters are so ill-advised and ill thought out that the experiment goes into an explosion or an implosion and absolute destruction. Let's live our lives in thought, word, and deed, the first type of experiment. We want to live productively, we want to live peacefully. So, as Jesus says, all things are allowed, but not all things are edified, meaning we are not bound to chains to live in prison to a bunch of rules. We are free to do as we want. It's called free will. So we can stay in bed until noon and eat donuts for breakfast every day and scroll our phone all day. We can do that if that's the way you want to live your life. But think about the results of those behaviors. You will be depressed. Your house will be a mess. You will be overweight. You will not be feeling well. Garbage in, garbage out. So let's live the first type of chemical reaction. When also, it is a really good way to determine if a friendship or a new activity or a new train of thought or a new YouTube subscription is beneficial or edifying. If we are feeling depressed or envious or miserable after we engage in this new behavior, then that is evidence, flat out evidence, just as the results of an experiment, that it is not edifying to our life. It is not adding anything to our life. It is not motivating us to be more kind and compassionate. It is not motivating us or inspiring us to get out there and get our exercise. So let's keep our eyes on the beauty, not the garbage. We keep our eyes on the beauty, not the garbage. We realize that we have free will, so all things are allowable. We are not imprisoned to a set of rules. However, God gives us His word and His rules for His guidelines for living include those guidelines which will give us peace and prosperity and a healthy, hopeful life. Let me say that again. Some of the worst cliques I've met and some of the most judgmental people I have met, especially women, have been at churches. A church is where we worship God and meet like-minded people, but a church is very often not a good role model. It is just a building with people in it, people who all have flaws, just as we all have flaws. And so we are not to worship a church or worship behaviors found in a church. We only worship the living God, the Creator, the Prince of Peace, the living water, only. On this beautiful day, let's live well. Let's choose the first type of experiment where the reagents are not expired. They are compatible and they go to product. The laboratory is clean, well calibrated, and well maintained. And our lives are purposeful, not combustible, and not not ending up with nothing. It is up to you. You can hire a personal trainer. You can sit there on your phone and watch my videos on YouTube all day long, or any personal trainer's videos. You can read cooking YouTube short videos, but it is up to you to buy the fresh fruits and vegetables at the grocery store and not the garbage. It is up to you to get up out of bed, put your shoes on, get your exercise. It is up to you to forgive yourself and others and have a clean and healthy, loving, generous attitude. No one can force you to stop having a rotten, stinking, lousy, poor, pitiful me attitude. You're the only one that can do that by decision. Let's decide today to live well. Let's decide today to say, this is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. Everyone get up, show up, never give up. Let's live in peace today by our habits, our focus, and our decision to live well today. Living Fit with Laura, to get and stay sane, stable, serene, and strong.